Alright, what up, what up? What's going on, everybody? This your man, Lucky. I am in the building. What's going on? Let me see who we got in the building. I got Lakita in the building. Why are you not showing up, Lakita? What's
I'm
going
not sure, but hello.
on? I don't know if they can see you, or they can hear you. Like, this is crazy. It's always gonna be something. Let me see. I think if I could, let me see. All right, there you go. All right, I learned something new. I learned something new. There we go. There we go. I got it. All right. What up? What's going on, everybody? This your man Lucky coming to you live and direct with another live stream. Listen, if you have never been on this live stream before, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. We appreciate you. Listen. Do me a favor, put a one in the chat if you can see me and you can hear me clearly because I am the king of technical issues. Anyway, we're gonna get started. What's going on, Miss Lakita? How you doing?
I'm good. What about you?
I'm all right. I'm all right. It was cold out there today, so I don't know. I'm not recovered, man. My hands are cold. My feet are cold. It just is what it is, man. It's a little bit different as you get older. You know what I'm saying? Cold days, man. It's rough. All right, so check this out. I'm hearing a lot of talk about Glorilla, right? And I guess some issues with her family, right? Her family, or I don't know. I don't know if it's the entire family, just certain members, but I believe it's like her sister, right? That jumped out and said basically that Glorilla is not helping the family financially. Now, I haven't done any research. I haven't looked at it or anything like that. I just heard it, and so I'm speaking on it now. So my facts may be incorrect in regards to Glorilla and her situation, but I'll take Glorilla and Glorilla's situation out of it and just speak in general terms, right? Are you obligated to share your wealth with your family?
Personally, I think, there's no obligation to do so.
There's no obligation to do so.
No.
Um, do you think it's a form of entitlement for family members to think that, if you get to a certain point in life that you should help them?
Absolutely. I believe it's a form of entitlement. Because the way I look at it, if somebody goes out and they have, you know, a job per se, out of the house, I mean, will they expect them to take care of them with their job?
Yeah, I think there are family members that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm sure you've had family members ask you, you know, for some help here and there, right? Right? Without
Absolutely.
you being the celebrity that you are, right? When you were just regular before you made it to celebrity status, right? I'm sure you have family members that were like, "Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm down on my luck. Can you help me?" Or, "Hey, I got a situation or whatever. Can you help me? This, that, and the third." So, you know what I mean? Let me ask you this. Have you, I don't want to ask your personal business, right? But sometimes family members will ask, and then, depending on what your stance is when it comes to money, some people will say, "Okay, sure, no problem. Here you go." And other people are like, nah, I don't get involved with that because money can break up relationships, friendships, whether they're intimate relationships, family ships, co-workerships, whatever it is, that money can mess some things up.
Absolutely. I agree. Um, in regards to kind of going back, there's no obligation to share money, but if somebody chooses to do that, it's their choice. I don't see anything wrong with it personally, but if someone chooses not to do that, it shouldn't, be a problem. Of course, you don't want to have like your mom or something out there, homeless, and you got a way to take care of her or whatever, or to at least, provide some type of means so she's not in that situation. That would be understandable.
Got you. Got you. So let's say if you make it to millionaire status, right? Do you think that, hey, I could give 100,000, I could give 200,000? What's a reasonable, let's just say, a reasonable percentage per se that you can say, you know what, let me give back to the family?
I'm not gonna necessarily say percentage wise, but I personally, have thought about that myself. If I, got in a situation where, I have millions of dollars, you know,
Come on,
laying around,
you got money laying around. Stop acting all funny. You got money laying around.
then, I would, you know, if like pay off, like a house for a sibling, or buy a house for my mother, but as far as saying that there's a certain percentage to say, well, here you go, no.
Okay. Um. All right. That's kind of. How would you choose? How would you choose? Like which family members? Right? Would it be I'm obligated to, you know, I'm obligated to my parents and siblings? Would you pick, your favorites? Like, how would you pick and choose who, that family member or those family members would be because that's going to cause a problem. It's going to cause a rift because somebody's not going to get right, and they're going to be like, What about me?" How would you pick and choose?
Well, the way that I would pick and choose would be, first to look at the necessity, who would need it more, and then the other thing that would be a determining factor is who would appreciate the gesture.
Oh, so you're doing it based on appreciation.
That's correct.
So if you had a family member that needed, but they wouldn't appreciate it, versus a family member who they could do without it, but they would appreciate the heck out of you, which one would you give to?
No, first and foremost, it's need, and then in looking at that same thing is appreciation, because no matter how one makes their money, they have to work hard for it. So they're sacrificing their time, or blood, sweat, tears, whatever, to earn the money. So of course you would want to, you know I feel like you should always give people, you know, like a hand up. You don't want to necessarily give and then they're just going to be in the same situation, because it's going to be a revolving door with giving constantly. You know, you want to put them in a position to get to a stage where they're able to survive in a sense. That's the way I look at it.
Okay. Um, you know, I'm trying to think how I can I'm trying to think of how I could word this, right? Um, okay, when it comes to, I'll say, generational wealth, right? If you have it, right, you don't feel some type of obligation to make sure that everybody is good. Like if you have money in excess, right? You got enough money to go around. What are you going to do with all that money?
Well, my personal belief is I plan to help people, whether they're family or not. But again, it goes back to being able to put people in position to move up, you know, like for instance, the less fortunate, the homeless, you know, to create programs and, you know, help them to better themselves. But as far as an entitlement to say I'm obligated or I have to just because you're family, no.
So you would give your earnings to someone homeless that you don't know before you give to a family member that wouldn't appreciate it?
It in some cases, yes. In some cases, yes.
Wait. Uh, I don't know. That's a tough one right there. That's a tough one right there. I think I would. I don't know. I don't know. I think that's a tough one right there. You know what I'm saying? Someone that you don't know. I guess, like you said, you did say it was really based on need. So yeah. I guess. Yeah, that's just interesting. I thought it was interesting that you know what I'm saying, that it was just kind of being put out there like that. That you know what I'm saying, she wasn't helping the family, and I hear a lot of people say that yo, no, I'm not obligated to, you know what I'm saying, take care of my family. Like I had to work for it, and so they have to work for it as well. Like, like you were saying about appreciation. Sometimes people don't appreciate what they didn't work for. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. And sometimes you have people with their hands out, but they're not real willing to do any work or trying to get it for themselves. They're waiting on the next man to give it to them.
Mm. And then it's like kind of like, where do you draw the line, right? So I gave
Mhm.
you, this time, and then now you want me to, you know what I'm saying? Like now I got to do this, and now I got to do that. You know what I mean? Where do you ever, you know what I'm saying? Where do you draw the line to, like, yo, I got to cut you off? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you know how a credit card after a while they be like, oh, like,
Yeah.
hold up now, I'm gonna have to cut you off. And
Yeah,
then,
it's hard, but you definitely have to be able to do it. I had to learn to say no.
I didn't have to learn to say no. I think I had to learn how to say yes. I was taught how to say no, man. That's the first thing my pops said. No, just tell them no. That's it. You're gonna find out who really rock with you and who don't. Or you got one time, tell them no. You'll find out who roll with you and who don't. And so, that's how I learned. You know what I mean? It took a whole lot for me to say yes, and still am not. I'm not good at it at all. Which I mean, I'm fine with it. They just know at this point. They know, like, nah, don't go to him because it's an instant no. You know. But yeah, I thought that yeah, I just thought that was interesting. You know what I mean? And then you get flipped. You know what I'm saying? Different sides of the coin from different people. Some people are like, no, you're obligated. That's family. And you got to help your family and all of that. And then you got some people that are like, nah, I'm not doing it. I'm not really that family person like that. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I'm not that close knit, tight, and I'll do any. I don't know. I'm not like that. I'm more of a loner.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. It is what it is. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. So figured I'd talk about it. Figured
Sometimes it'd be like a Mike Jones situation. Back then they didn't want to be around you. Now you got all the money, they all on you.
It's like you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. You know what I'm saying? When I needed your help, you know what I'm saying? When I was down and out and I needed your help, it was like, you know what I'm saying? Now that I made it to the top, everybody wants to be there when you get to the finish line, you know what I'm saying? But nobody wants to really be there for you and you know what I'm
They
saying?
don't
Like,
wanna run the race.
yeah, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. I'm trying to wait for Locke to get on here, but I don't know what she's doing. I guess she's not. I don't know. I guess she's not getting on the stream. You know what I'm saying? Locke, what up? Where you at? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to hold out for you, but I can't hold out for you anyway. How much longer you got, Lakita? I just wanted to talk about that because I know you said you only had a few minutes, and I still wanted to keep my commitment to going live on a daily basis. And so since you was ready and available, then had to do what I had to do. How much more minutes I got you for? How much more time?
Maybe like 10.
Huh? 10
10.
minutes? Okay. All right, all right, all right. Where's Lot? Locked on here. She said, depending on the family. Yeah, I guess. I gotcha. I gotcha. All right, so look, I'm gonna just get into it because it ain't look like nobody else getting on here. Okay. Um. Question. I did a video a long time ago, right? And I taught, and I'm gonna keep it short. We're gonna keep it to 10 minutes, and we'll probably just do a stream when we got a few more people on here. Cause yeah, just my opinion and your opinion. They don't. We too polar. Yeah, it'll be a fight.
They should listen to us.
Okay, so listen. Relationship versus relationship, right? Rule, RULE, relationship, right? Um, I did a stream where I talked about relationships ruining the feeling, right? Because of the rules, regulations, terms, and conditions that people tend to put on their partner when it's like, okay, look, we're going to get together, we're going to do this thing. And then it becomes a bunch of rules and regulations, right? And so that's why I said relationship, right? What's your thoughts on that? Do you believe that a relationship, because of the rules, can ruin the feeling? Can a relationship
Absolutely.
ruin love? A re-
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So why do you think people get in relationships? Is it about control? Is a relationship about control?
I think some people just want companionship. They don't want to be alone.
They don't want to be alone. So would a relationship without rules still be a relationship? Like, if you just had no
Absolutely.
rules, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because you can set, like one can set their expectation of what they expect, but you can't control the other person.
Okay.
So when you put things into play where you're starting to control the other person, that's when the problem comes in. Like you can't go here, you can't do, when you're treating somebody more like your child than your companion.
More like your child. So whenever you put rules and regulations, is that treating someone like a child? Is that what you're saying? That's
It
treating
really
someone
depends on what someone's saying to you. Yes, it
depends on
can
what.
be viewed that way.
Like what? Give me an example, right, of a rule or regulation, boundary, or something like that that might make someone feel or believe that they're being treated like a child.
Um,
If you could think of
you
one like off the top of your head.
you can't go hang out at your friend's house.
Okay.
You just need to come straight home after work. Don't be nowhere
Okay.
else. Just come home. Stay home until I get there.
Okay, so that's a rule or regulation or something that would make you, if you were told that, would make you feel like a child.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because
Uh,
it's always not what you say, but how you say it.
oh, here we go with the tone, right? I think we did a whole thing about
Yeah, it's always that.
tone. We talked about
It's
okay.
always that.
Is there a way that that can be said where it's okay? I'll follow the instruction.
Well, first and foremost, why is it that you don't want me to go hang out at my friend's house? I mean, and is there a reason you want me to wait home until you get there? Like, what's the reason?
Because he said so. He's the leader,
But
and
is
he
there a
said,
benefit?
"Yeah,
Is
it's a
there a
benefit."
surprise?
No, it's an instruction.
No. Sound like control.
It sounds like so. You believe an instruction is control?
No, I mean, if someone was to say that to me, that sound like control just because.
Okay, interesting. Locked. What up?
Yo, what up? I was
What's
having
How
some
you
good?
doing?
technical difficulties. What up, Lakita?
How you doing?
I'm good.
Have you Locked? Have you been hearing the conversation
I've been listening to the conversation. You said, but the last part was relationship or what?
or relationship?
Rules or relationship? Rules and or relationship?
Yeah, a relationship is a relationship. It's nothing but rules.
I
That's
don't think it's rules.
what is it?
Boundaries. I don't think it's rules. I think it's respect. It's don't do to me what you don't want me to do to you. It's a mutual respect. I don't really think it's rules.
So you don't think there are any rules in a relationship?
No,
None at all.
no. Like I
What's the
said,
point?
if you don't want me to do, don't do to me what you don't want me to do to you. So those would be boundaries. I
Okay,
don't think there's rules.
let me ask you this: is a relationship by nature selfish?
By nature, yes.
Okay. What you say to that, Lakita?
I agree.
Relationships are selfish.
I agree.
Okay. Do y'all like relationships? Are y'all selfish?
Yeah. I want all of him to me and nobody else. I'm
Okay.
selfish.
You're selfish.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. What about you? What about you, Lot? You
Nah,
selfish?
you know my stance on that. No,
I don't know nothing.
no, no. I don't.
You're not.
I don't want to be your end all be all. No, no. I don't. I'm serious. I'm looking at your face, Lakita laughing, but I'm serious. I do not want you to be everything to me and I be everything to you.
Can one person be everything for one person?
No, no.
Okay.
That's too much. That's too much stress on somebody's shoulders
Hmm.
To be everything.
to be everything.
Some people don't need a lot.
Well,
I think that's only stressful or a lot for somebody who needs a lot. Some people don't need nothing.
but you gotta be there, mind, spirit, and soul.
But I
You
mean,
gotta
I don't
you
think that's
gotta
for
be there.
everybody.
You gotta be. That's yeah. It's not for everybody. It ain't for me, right? Yeah, you ain't got. It ain't for everybody. You're right. It ain't for me. I don't want to be your everything.
Okay. Have you always thought like that?
Yes.
Really? Like even since you was like from a kid? Like, because it seems like, as we get older and we go through things, or we have, different outlooks on life and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We kind of evolve into, man, you know what? I thought relationships was about this, or I thought life was like this, and blah, blah, blah. And then as you kind of go on, it's like, you know what? I have a different perspective now because I thought, it was one thing. But then when I realized it's not, this right here actually works better for me.
Okay, so I don't want to be talking like I know for sure, but around me has been I got the man for the rent. I got the man for the light bill. You ask a question, I'm trying to answer it
I got you.
in the best way I can. So you're asking me, have I always thought like this? I've always been a free spirit, and because of that, no, I don't think I've turned into this. I think I've been this.
Okay. How do people react to that? How do people respond to that? Like when I say people, like you get into a
like somebody I'm trying to date.
Yeah.
Some are okay with it. Some are they're okay with it at the beginning, and then they're like, nah, this ain't what I thought it was. Some
they switch up on you.
They do. And some are as long as I can join, then I'm okay with it. So there's different aspects of it. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you talking.
Yeah. It's not, although I'm a free spirit, then the next person has to be a free spirit too. And if they're not, it becomes complicated.
Right.
Because it then it goes into the realms of their frame of mind. It's cheating. It's you're not one for all. You know what I mean? It's me and you going down this path and all that.
The selfishness comes out.
It does.
Okay. Why are we selfish? Why are people selfish? Why people want, or just where does that come from? Like, I want it to be like this and all mine, and you can't have. You know what I'm saying? Where does that come from?
I don't know if it's. I can't say that is greed, right? I don't know. I have no clue. I don't know why in society it's not okay to. It's gonna sound weird, but I don't know why it's not okay for one person to have multiple partners. You know what I'm saying?
Is it you think it's like a religious thing or a societal thing or
I don't know. I mean, that's why I guess everyone deems fit what is good, best for them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because I don't know. Like, Lakita might want just one husband, but she's probably never asked her husband. And I'm using you because you're on the panel, right? So don't take it personal. But I'm just,
sitting over there.
Oh, you're right. I want one husband. You're right.
Right. But you've never asked your husband if he wanted multiple wives, right? And you might not be okay with that. If you were to ask him and he was to say, well, yeah, I want multiple wives, you're probably not going to be okay with that.
I'll be like, see you later, bye, go.
Right. And that's why people are selfish. There's your answer.
Okay, I got you. Lakita, quick question, right? If that's what he wanted, right? If he said that is what would make him happy, if he said, I would be the happiest man in the whole wide world, like, wouldn't you want him to be happy? Like the happiest man in the whole wide world?
So before I can answer that question, I must backtrack, because no, before, I do, and during the dating phase, you talk about what each other wants. So if that's what you wanted, then that's what you should have said. So that would mean that we entered into these nuptials with false pretenses.
I,
So
nope,
tell me ahead of time what you want, and if
nope.
I stay around and I go through with it, then it becomes I can't say anything about it. But don't switch up on me later and say you want something different.
Okay, here's my issue with that. People change. People
Yeah.
grow. I just said that. People change and people grow. So you mean to tell me that you've never wanted one thing and then later on realize like, you know what? I want something different. You've never changed. Like you've never evolved. You've always just
I'm not saying that people don't evolve, but that's different to me. You
how's
know,
it different?
not everybody looks at marriage in the way that I do.
I get that. I'm just simply
I
asking.
mean,
Like,
sometimes you might think like, "What in the world was I thinking?" But you get over it, because you know, you're people, so you have to understand somebody might make you mad sometime, but you get over it.
yeah, I get that, but I'm saying you have never like just evolved and said, "Hey, you know what? I this was me at this point in time. Now I've evolved. Now this is me now, and so I'm at a different place. I'm at a different point, and I want something different." It's not that you went into something under false pretenses. It's
No, I've
just
always wanted a family, not, you know, um, I don't know, like extra people within the family.
I get that. I'm just asking you, have you ever
I'm not gonna,
changed?
no, I'm
No, no,
not
no.
gonna,
Huh?
I'm not gonna change from that.
Okay.
That's
This is
me.
my question. This is my question. Stick with me. I'm simply asking you, have you ever changed? Ever
Yeah, I've
evolved?
changed my mind and positions on, certain things.
Okay, okay, okay. Is that considered a switch up? Is that considered false pretenses? Is that growth? Is that what would
I
you
think it's
consider that?
growth.
Okay.
Because, you know,
Okay. So if it's growth, my question to you was, can people grow? Right? And then so
people
you were
can
like,
grow, but
okay.
that's not growth.
And that's
Why
the
is it
thing.
That's a
why
It's
is
switch
it
not
up.
not
it's not growth for you, right?
That's a
And
switch
so,
up.
and I'm not trying to get you to
why?
change your mind. But what I'm trying to get you to understand is that because he's saying at all costs. So if he was going to be the happiest or whatever, you said you still saying no, right? You're not
That's
saying
right.
right,
That's
right.
right. Yeah, because I mean, what? I'm supposed to be miserable?
No,
Oh,
no,
you're
no,
happy. Let me be miserable over here. Oh,
no, no.
yeah, I'm happy because you're happy. Well,
So
I'm
would you
dying
would
inside.
you
Like,
walk would you
no,
walk out? Would you walk out? Would you stay?
absolutely.
Okay. You wouldn't have a conversation. You wouldn't even say, you know what? I don't think that's a good idea. You would just be simply
I
just be
mean,
like,
of course, I would say that, but if that's what he wants to do, I can't stop him from doing it. But that don't mean that I have to stay around and be okay with it.
no, no, no. It was just a question.
Yeah.
so, so you would leave because he's the happiest man that is walking the earth because he got what made him happy and now you're unhappy because he's happy.
Yeah. Because we got all these extra spirits involved. Yeah.
She's
I'm
saying,
be
you know,
unhappy. I'm gonna be unhappy. I'm gonna be very unhappy.
Oh man. Nah, I got you. I understand. I understand completely what you're saying. I get it. But that I mean, things like that do happen. Like I'm saying, people evolve, you know what I'm saying? People change and stuff like that. And like you said, hey, listen, everybody has boundaries. So if it's something that you're not cool with, then you're just not cool with it. You know what I'm saying? I get that, but I don't think it's always just like a quote unquote like a switch up. You know what I'm saying? I think people grow, people evolve. You know, whatever the case is, and I don't think that it's just
You
under
get
for
exposed
people.
to things from different people. You know what I'm saying? So you have this walk um with life and stuff, and so you come across different people and different scenarios or whatever. And I've thought that in a one-on-one relationship that I would be content, but that's not what makes me content, right? I'm not happy in that stance. Although, it's not like a percentage that I always have somebody else in the relationship, right? It's when I feel like it, if I want to, right? I have the right to do so. Yeah, I do, right? Because that's what we established in the beginning.
She
And so,
established that it was open.
right. But I'm just saying, like, for me, I was not happy. And so, like I was getting ready to say, so you take this walk and you meet people and you see different things and different scenarios and how this is and how that is. And you be like, oh, I think I would like that, or I think I would like this, or I like that. And that I don't call a switch up. I call it growth.
I just, like,
I mean, I use this scenario, but I don't. It's not only in this case. You understand what I'm saying?
mhm.
Yeah.
Like, I can understand and respect, your view on it, but just, me personally, a relationship is a lot of energy. And I don't have all that energy to be spreading out. I really don't.
What
It's a lot of work, you know, a lot. And I just can't,
No, I
divide
get it.
everything out there like that
I,
because
I
it's
get
too
it, and
much.
that is why I say I can't be your end all. I cannot. It for me. It's too much pressure.
is too much pressure?
It's too much pressure, and the thing is, it's not that I love you anymore, any less. But if you are over there with someone else, that's less pressure for me.
You lazy.
What you mean I'm lazy? We're not talking about.
You
We're not.
lazy. No, you lazy. You just don't want to put in that work to be who you supposed to be. You supposed to be everything. You supposed to do this and that. You lazy. You
No,
lazy.
no, no. I don't.
I don't feel like doing it. Go over there with whoever. I don't
Yeah,
feel like doing. I'm
yeah,
tired today. Go on
yeah,
over there and
yeah.
take
Go over there
some
with
hot coffee,
her. Yeah,
whatever. I don't know. I don't.
yeah, yeah. You can call it lazy if you want to. That's fine.
Oh man, look, I
Yeah.
think this for you. I think this for you now. I think this for you, locked and loaded.
At
At one
one point.
point, were you in or would like to be in a poly relationship?
I,
You don't have to. You don't have to answer that. Like I don't.
I'll answer.
You
I'll answer. Um.
got.
So it started when I started dating.
That's when your laziness started.
That's when the poly started. Damn it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when the poly started.
Okay. Poly want a cracker.
Poly wants a cracker and water because it gets dry.
God
God
damn.
damn.
Lord, no, that I mean it's interesting though. It's interesting. It's real interesting because I mean I don't know. I think that's one of the reasons why relationships don't last. Not that people want to go outside a relationship or whatever, right? I'm just saying in general. You know what I'm saying? People grow. You know what I'm saying? And so you have to be. I guess
You have
I
to
guess you got to be
evolve with
flexible. You
times.
gotta, yeah, because
Yes.
no two people actually, you know what I'm saying, like stay the same. So like, if you're in a relationship and y'all been together, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, I don't really think that who you were at the 30-year mark is who you were at the 20-year mark, and then who you were at the 20-year mark. You know what I'm saying, is the same person that you were at the 10-year mark. I just think that people evolve and people change, and so You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to, you know what I'm saying, kind of bend, twist, and whatever like that to you know what I'm saying, kind of keep the relationship together.
The road from here to New York or California is not a straight line. You got to take them curves.
Not everybody's built for the curve.
Well, and I'm not saying just being poly or trying to date other people in your relationship. I'm just saying, like you said, you have to evolve. Things change. People change. People's minds change. The habits don't change, but pretty much people are, things change. You got a taste for vanilla and you get an allergy to vanilla, then you go to chocolate. You know what I'm saying? You still want ice cream. I'm just saying, like, you still want ice cream, but you can't have vanilla. So, I mean, you kind of get what I'm saying? You just go for a different flavor.
I got you.
Just evolve, and it's the same shit. It's just.
I got you. You lazy, though. I learned that.
Cool.
I learned that about you.
It's cool. I could be lazy.
Yeah, nah, I'm just
lazy with 20 people in my side.
Oh my goodness. She's just kidding. She's just kidding.
Remember last night we were talking about rosters.
Oh man. Okay, I got you. I got you. But yeah, I think that's one of the issues with relationships. You know what I'm saying? Just being able to you know what I'm saying, kind of evolve and adapt and adjust, and you know what I'm saying, just all of that stuff. I don't think a lot of people are just built to deal with you know what I'm saying, the changes. I don't think a lot of people are built for the actual journey. I think there are a lot of, I don't know, false like expectations of what, you know what I'm saying, relationships. I think a lot of people look at relationships and think that it's what you see on the outside. You know what I mean?
Right.
They don't really know the inner workings, and then it's
right,
just kind of
right,
like,
right. They don't know what it takes to stay in it, to keep it. You know what I'm saying? They be like that. Oh, that it's all glittery and gold and stuff. But they don't know what it took for that outside to look like that. You understand what I'm saying? They're
right,
like, I want that, but you don't know. And if you sit down and tell somebody your story, and they like, ain't no damn way.
Okay. Nonchalant says, okay, that's what I thought I heard. That's what's up. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's just interesting. But yeah, I do think that number one, relationships. I think there are rules. I mean, I get it, boundaries and all of this and that. But it's crazy how, like, so like in a relationship, right? You there's somebody like you that you want. There's somebody that you're interested in, right? And then you get with that person and it's like, okay, well, here's all the things that you can't do. Here's all my boundaries. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, hold up. I thought you wanted to be, how you putting all of this on me? But this is where you want to be. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's almost, it's kind of like backwards. You understand what I'm saying?
But you have your standards and you know what you want.
Absolutely.
Right. And so if that person doesn't meet your standards, so say you ride a motorcycle, right? And you
talking my language now.
You ride bikes all the time, but you meet somebody and they don't ride bikes. You guys are not, you the word for you is always equally yoked, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want to go, you want to take her with you, whether she get on the back, whether you teach her how to ride and she go buy one and you guys go ride side by side. You see what I'm saying? So at the beginning, you was riding, she wasn't riding. Either she gonna go with you or she gonna stay behind. And that's basically how relationships are built. Either you gonna take this journey with me or you're not. And if you're not, you're gonna get left behind. I'm just gonna find somebody else to take this journey with me.
Yeah, I got you. That's one thing I could never do. Like, because of, you know what I'm saying, my love for bikes. Straight up, like, yo, oh, you don't ride? You don't get on the back of a bike? Yeah, this is not gonna work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just not gonna work. You know what I mean? For me, that's a bare minimum. Or what they call it? what is called when you got like things that you just not
That's
gonna do it.
right. I'm not gonna do it.
Non-negotiable.
You said what you said, Lakita?
Non-negotiable.
Yeah. That for me right there is a non-negotiable. You know what I mean? So yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, you got the rules and the regulations, and then I think that the rules and the regulations ruin the actual feeling because now you're trying to put the feeling in a box, so to
But
speak.
you
You
shouldn't
understand
have
what I'm
to.
saying?
You shouldn't have to.
Yeah, but most people are gonna have, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, the rules and the regulations, the
Yeah,
boundaries, and most people
but
might
then,
not be
like
able
I
to.
said, if they don't meet your expectations or they don't stand where you stand, you get on your bike and you keep on going.
True. Absolutely. I got you.
Because then that defeat that makes no arguments, no this, no that. You can't say nothing, right? They gonna be, you knew they didn't bribe. So then when you get on your bike, it's
Right.
like, right, they tripping.
Right.
Where you
Right.
going now? You always on that goddamn bike. Blah, blah,
Right.
blah. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Yo, you
And
knew this was me.
and if you ain't getting on the back seat, somebody's gonna be on the back seat. I guarantee.
Right,
I could tell you that right now. So
right.
if you
Because
okay with somebody else being on the back seat, then this might work.
right.
And it's like the crazy part, like people meet people doing certain things and then they get in a relationship with them and they try to tell them, well, you can't do that anymore. I was doing that when you met me. You didn't have a problem with it then. So, yeah.
Mm. Or maybe they did have a problem with it then, but because y'all wasn't in a relationship, there was nothing that they can. You know what I'm saying? It was what it was. But now we in a
So why
relationship.
get in a
So
relationship if it's,
It's going to cause problems.
yeah.
It's going to cause problems.
You can't like turn somebody into what you want them to be. They have to already at least show some type of sign of they're what you want them to be.
how often do you think people get into a relationship and then change once they're in a relationship because they're in a relationship?
The ones that are getting divorced or divorced. How about that? Sounds like a good answer to me.
But listen, I think a lot of people think that, you know what I'm saying, that they have to stop doing, some of the things that they were doing because now that they're in a, you know what I'm saying, in a relationship where it doesn't, now you're not who you were, before you got in a relationship because you were doing all of the things. And then now you stop doing those things because you think you have to stop doing those things. And now you're not who you were now. And then it's like the relationship kind of just goes to crap.
Right.
You
Now
know what I
you're
mean?
boring. Now you don't want to do nothing. Now that stuff causes arguments. It causes stress. So if you're
All
gonna
you
have
want to
all
do is
that,
sit in my face.
right. If you're gonna have that, then why get in a relationship? Just let it be. Let it just, like I said, you ain't getting on the back of this motorcycle. See you. Bye. Right.
Got you.
While
Yeah,
in a relationship, while you're two people coming together, you're still individuals. So you still have to have something that makes you you.
absolutely.
Like
Ab-
time with friends or whatever. You can't just close yourself off. You'll go
Okay.
crazy.
Okay. Well, check this out. I want to ask you a quick question based on what you just said, right? Um, both people are still individuals, right?
Hmm.
Nonchalant, I appreciate you. Yes, a deal breaker. That's yeah, I'll be having a brain fart when I'll be trying to think of stuff. Like I can't even, it'd be bad. But okay, that's great. I have a question. So when it comes to both people still being individuals, right? Where does privacy come in a relationship, right? I hear a lot of talk about sharing locations, having access to people's phones and stuff like that, right? How does that come into play with two people still being individuals and their privacy? Because I hear a lot of people saying that privacy is a form of secrecy, which I don't believe. You know what I mean? I believe everybody should have their own privacy. Just what I think. What's your thoughts on that?
I think that sometimes it can be a form of secrecy. It really depends. Um, you know, I don't necessarily have to like look through somebody's phone or anything of that nature. But if you're all secretive and you know,
What's secretive about it? What's secretive about
who knows? Who knows? But I'm
see,
saying, like, sometimes people just be acting suspect, I'm not speaking from personal experience or anything like that, but you know, um, sometimes like I know somebody, for instance, when their husband comes home, their phone never rings at the house because they turn the ringer off. Their phone is completely off. So if their mother is trying to reach them, they got to call the wife and say, "Hey, I'm trying to reach my son." And to me, that's secretive because they're trying to hide something. Because
okay,
when they're at work all day, you know, their ringer is on.
okay, well check this out. My ringer is off when I come home. My ringer is off because I'm done with the outside world. I'm home now. I'm in the house. I'm with my family. So anything on the outside doesn't matter. I'm not I'm not keeping a secret. I just don't want to be bothered. That's my time to be there. How would that be suspect?
It's different because it's more things that go into that. It's not just the act of what somebody does.
I'm just going by what you said.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
just going by what you said. That's
I
all I
know
can go by.
you're not the fly on the wall to kind of see the overall picture. It's a lot that goes, not just the action.
Okay, so there's some other thing. Okay. So just in general, would that be problematic? I'm just curious because my ringer stays off. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm home. You can't contact me. Oh well, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
It's a
We,
problem if I leave the house and I need and I can't reach you. That's a problem. That would be a
okay.
problem with me.
Okay. But as long as I'm home, my phone is off. Is that a problem? It's listen. As soon as I walk in the door, I turn my ringer off. Is that something that would be considered suspect?
If you got to keep your phone on your person at all times, yeah.
Keeping my phone in my pocket is suspect. I'm nah. I'm just listen. I'm
Yeah.
just
I mean, it can be because you feel, like, because when you're home, you should be comfortable, and because you trust each other, you not worry about say, "Oh, I can put my phone down, you know, and walk away."
okay. But what if I don't want to put my phone down and walk away? What's suspect about me
I
carrying
mean, you
my
don't want to be
phone?
bothered anyway. You got your ring off, just put it away.
Okay, I got my ringer
That,
off because I don't want to
you
be
know what?
bothered, but I still want to
Right,
be able
right,
to
right.
Google. I still
But
want to be able to Google
I want,
something. I still want to be
yeah.
able
I
to.
mean,
I don't play games, but
having
play a
I
game. I'm
don't I
cool.
don't see it as being a problem. I mean, because one thing about me, I'm not going through no wallets. I'm not going through no phones. I'm not doing any of that. Right.
Right, right,
And I'm free, so I'm gonna put my phone wherever, put my purse wherever. You know what I'm saying? The computer will be open, whatever you want to go on it.
right.
It's there for you to do it. So
At your own
yeah,
risk.
well, yeah, because this is the thing. The job that we have, everybody's calling everybody, and everybody's going, "Well, where are you at?" And this, that, and the third. So you looking at some messages, and in your head, the one who's I'm going to use the insecure word, right? The one who's insecure because they're in there digging, looking for stuff. They're going to see things like where you're at, and there you're going to see
Right.
the addresses, and they're going to see, oh, this is so and so. Do you need help? And all this kind of stuff, right? They're going to see that, so they're going to have some type of they're going to have something to say about it. Like, who the hell is this and this, that, and the third. So I'm like, okay, here's the phone. Here's this, here's that. I'm not sharing locations with you. I'm not doing that. I'm not, because it doesn't matter to me. I don't care where you're at. You understand what I'm saying? If I'm taking a trip and you feel like, hey, you're getting on this plane, can you share your location just this time, or stuff like that, but to just be sharing locations and you guys you going to work, or you going to the club, or you going with your homeboys, or whatever, I'm not doing that shit. I'm going home, find me something to eat, take me a shower, watch a movie, and wish you well. Have a good night.
Look, you under surveillance. You know what I mean? It's like you got on like an ankle monitor.
Big brother in the sky, big eye in the sky, big brother in the sky. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, no, nobody wants to be doing that. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that do it, but now I don't give a damn. If you gonna do what you gonna do it with me around or with me not around. You're gonna go ahead and do it. Nothing's gonna stop you from doing what you want to do. You're an adult.
I like to share, my location, personally, because, a lot of times I'm meeting people I don't know, or having to, drive distances. So, and too many things be happening. So I do it more for
like a
safety precautions.
looking at for safety. Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. But I mean, if you're not in that, those type of situations where, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
Only thing nobody ain't sharing with me, so I don't think nobody really checking for me. So I'm gonna just be, up the creek. Something happened. Let's hope I can get to my phone and call somebody.
Yeah, nah, I understand that, but I don't. It's just like, yeah, I don't know. It just seems crazy that privacy is looked at as secrecy. You know what I mean? Like somebody is obligated to. I don't know. I don't know.
I ain't obligated to nobody but myself. I don't owe you anything. You kind of get what I'm saying? I don't owe you nothing. I owe me everything. So if we didn't sit down and have a conversation about sharing locations and why we're going to share locations and all this shit, I'm not doing that. For real, I'm not checking for you. I'm not.
Yeah, that's.
But I understand in certain situations, and like she said, she travels, she meets different people, so on and so forth. So of course she's going to share her location. But I mean, if you just chilling with the girls or whatever, why the hell do you need to have your location on?
Well, I think, even if one doesn't have their location on, I tell my 27-year-old son, even though he don't like to tell nobody where he be going or anything, I said, you need to have at least one person that you trust that know where you are. So if something happens, I know where to start.
I guess, but I just don't see the secrecy part about it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just an obligation that you need to know, or I need to share this with you, or, you.
9 times out of 10, if a woman feels something, it's something there for her to feel. So might as well just say, oh, well, it's really something. I don't have to go look, and get my feelings hurt even farther,
But what do we do? What do we do? We go looking. That's right. That's what I'm saying. We go looking. And that's what I'm saying. Like in the field of work that I'm in, you're going to see stuff and you're going to be like, what is this? I get it, because I be looking at some of the shit my own self and I'm like, who sent this message? And it's, where are you? It be the same things. Do you need help? Something similar to where are you, so that I can get to you, so I can go pick up what I need to pick up. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Like, those are the messages you're going to see. And where you say it's going to be a problem, it's going to be a problem for somebody who's not understanding what you're what your job is and what it entails. And sometimes I got to go help so and so, and sometimes it's going to just be a phone number and no damn name because you didn't add them to your contacts. You kind of get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
well, that's why a relationship sometimes is important, because when you have that one person, then they understand the job because they understand. So they're not going to feel a certain way because of that. Or maybe they will if they're jealous. Maybe they will.
See, sometimes it's not even about the job. Sometimes it's just about, if you're looking for something, you're going to find it, even if mentally you make it up in your mind. Like you
That's what I'm
already
saying.
have a story in your head that you're telling yourself. You know what I mean? And so
you started the book.
You start, and then you know what I'm saying? You like looking at this, and then it's like, not, because I think almost every situation you can look at, and depending on how you can turn it or twist it, you know what I'm saying, to make it fit whatever narrative that you're trying to put out there. You know what I mean? So it don't even have nothing to do with, and I get it, certain professions, but sometimes it could just be something simple. You know what I'm saying? Your mom's sent you a text, and now because you think something's going on, oh, that's not really his mother, or his mother's in on it too, and she's sending secret messages from somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like you just
like it's they mom, but that ain't really mom. He got her programmed as mom.
Yeah, you just make up your whole
people used to do that back in the day. Like, what the heck Joe doing? Texting him talking about come over.
Right.
Well, Joe could be saying come over,
Right.
Yeah, so you can make up a whole narrative. So sometimes it's better to just leave it alone. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. I don't know. Y'all said y'all gonna look. Yeah. Y'all gonna make up whatever story we're gonna make up. And I'm not just saying women, I'm just saying whoever got something in their mind that something is what it is, they're gonna make it into that thing, even if it's not that thing. You know what I'm saying? And at that point, there's nothing you can do about it. If you're on the receiving side, sometimes there's nothing you can do because they've already got their mind made up. You know what I'm saying?
I say a hit dog holler. You know what I'm saying? 9 times, because if 9 times out of 10, if they're talking about you doing something, it's because they're trying to hide what the hell they're doing.
You think so?
I do.
Because that's another story that you tell yourself. That's another story that you telling yourself.
No.
Making up stories.
I mean, why would you be if we've been going down this road and all of a sudden you're like, I need you to share your location. I need to know where you're at all times. Let me see your phone. Let me do, because 9 times out of 10 is you who's doing this stuff. So it's not that I'm spinning a tale. It's true. Because I mean, you trying to cover your own tracks.
Well, that's right. It's so that they will know where you are.
Right.
So you can't catch them where they are.
It don't sound right. It don't sound right, but
that ain't right.
It is right. I'm trying to tell you. Because why would you accuse somebody of doing something that they hadn't been doing in the past? They never been doing. They never showed any signs of what you're saying that they're doing. So why would at that point you feel like now is the time I need to be doing the stuff?
Okay, earlier you said sometimes you just have a feeling, right?
No, I didn't say that.
You didn't say that?
Nikita said that.
I was talking about women have intuition.
Right, a gut feeling.
Let me ask you a question. Women have an intuition. You don't think men have intuition?
It's not the same as a woman.
How? Have you ever been a man?
Absolutely not.
So
you don't even have to ask that question.
So I do, because I don't know. I ain't seen your my chart.
Right.
Well, miraculously, I birthed a child or two or or more. Yeah.
Okay. So how do you know the intuition is not the same? Where do you think intuition comes from?
Gut. Okay,
men don't have a gut.
Mine. The the brain. That's where that shit come from.
You don't think? Okay, so I'm kind of like I'm a spiritual person, so I believe that intuition is more of like a nature kind of energy or whatever type thing, right? Um, so you think it's intuition is different for men and women? You believe that?
I think what I think is that we both have intuition, but it seems like women really, how you can say, hone in on it more.
Okay. So you think the emotional side of a woman is going to move a certain way based on her intuition, and then a man might have the same exact intuition, right? You kind of flip it around. The man has the same exact intuition, but he just moves different than a woman. So it doesn't mean that men don't have, you know what I'm saying, a form of intuition or are able to pick up on, you know what I'm saying, certain things. I think men just move differently when, you know what I'm saying, depending on the man, because some men are, in their feelings or whatever, or so they're gonna move differently. But I think I think intuition is just like kind of intuition across the board. That's just what I believe. So I don't think women's intuition. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I hear it. I hear it. I hear women's intuition, but I don't think that the actual intuition is different between men and women. So, with that being said, if as a woman you have a feeling, right, that maybe behavior has changed, right, and so now based on changed behavior, you have a request that certain things be done differently, right? That doesn't mean that you're doing something because you're requesting something of that person because of changed behavior. So that's why I'm saying I don't think that that's accurate to say that if somebody now is requesting something of you that wasn't requested before means that they're doing something. It could just be, oh, I have a feeling. It's something in my gut that's just not something's not right for whatever reason. It
But
doesn't
when
mean
you
they're doing.
when you're moving different, that ain't no intuition. That's not intuition.
Hmm.
When you've been doing something, they so
Again, that's the
let
story
me let
y'all
me
tell yourselves.
let me tell you. So so let's just use cheating, right? So cheating when you're married, and let me just
You
say this
can't
right.
use cheating. You can't use cheating.
What? But you move different. You do move different when you're out there.
Okay, so
Say
listen,
you a
listen,
nine to
listen,
five
listen.
type of person, right? And you've been coming home 9 to 5 every day. You come home at 5:30. You be home at 5. You when you doing something such as cheating, now you're coming home at 7
You can't use
versus.
cheating. I'm gonna tell you why you can't use cheating. We're talking about intuition. Cheating is a definite. So you're putting a definite on what it is that you're saying.
I'm just saying
You
the
have to,
moving
but you
different.
can't say cheating. You okay? Moving different. Okay, we can have a conversation on that.
So
Moving different doesn't mean you're cheating.
it means you're doing something that you have no business doing.
No, it doesn't. It just means you're doing something different than you did before. It doesn't
No,
mean that you
sir,
don't have
because
any
we
business
are
doing
we
it.
are creatures of habit. So
So
we
let me
do
ask you a
things
question.
on a
No.
constant, basically the
So
same way
so
all
somebody's
the time.
schedule can't change,
The
and it
schedule
doesn't,
can
and it means that
change.
they're doing
No,
something.
the schedule
Nah.
can change. The move is
Like,
not the same.
what do you mean to move? What do you mean?
You're not moving the same. We're not doing the same
So
conversations. We're not having date nights. We're not eating supper together. We're not doing, you move different. You just do. Because
if we haven't
I
been on a
agree
date
with
yet,
locked
we
and loaded.
we
Yeah.
we we
of
we
course you're
we're
gonna agree with
creatures
her.
of habit. No, because we're
Of course
creatures
you're
of
gonna agree
habit.
with her.
So 9 times out of 10, we are basically doing, if you think about it, some of the things that you did the month prior, you're also doing them in this month. I'm not saying that everything that you did last month you're gonna do it this month, but 99% of the things that
Yo,
you
y'all
did,
bugging.
because we are creatures of habit.
Y'all are bugging. So I can't change a habit. That's what you're saying. A
Nope,
man
you used
can't
to
change
have
a
time to
habit.
call me on the phone. Now you don't call me no more.
I'm busy now. I got a life now.
Let's talk about it. Let's not
I'm busy now. I got a
let,
life now. I used to
let's
work 8 hours a day. Now I'm working overtime
let's talk
because you
about it.
want a bigger house and you want this and you want that. So now instead of me
Right.
working 8 hours a day, I'm working 12 hours a day.
We're
I'm cheating.
communicating that. No,
Come
no, we're
on.
communicating that.
Come on.
We
Okay, so
are
I want to go to the
communicating
gym
that.
now. I gained 30 pounds. I'm looking in the mirror. I'm not liking what I want. So now I'm not looking like I want to look. So now I'm going to go to the gym.
We
I'm cheating.
communicate that. No, you're not cheating. You're because we've always been communicating. But if you go and you do it, you
I take
do
the long
things
way
with
home. I take the long way home. I'm cheating?
no. That's not what
No,
I'm
Yeah,
no,
so
saying.
no.
you
Look at
stopping
her
at
hair.
her
What are
house
you
on the
talking
way
about?
home.
Man, see, a man can't. Yo, see, listen, man.
That's not moving different.
Okay. So basically, what you're saying is, once a schedule is set, it just can't be changed.
No,
There can't be
sir.
no variation. It
No,
can't be
sir.
no.
That's
It's
not what
when
I'm
you're
saying.
doing different things and you're not communicating that. Like you
Right.
don't have to say every day I'm gonna do XYZ, but there's some knowledge to know, hey, well, this is something you want to do. You want to better your health. You going to the gym now. You working overtime. Okay, fine. You
So,
know.
are we individuals or we not?
No, we are
Is it
individuals.
convenient? So me being an individual is based on your convenience of when I can be individual, right? I got to report to you when I'm doing something different, and then I gotta. That's wild.
Nobody's saying check in
That's
every day,
wild.
but it's about
But
communication. You know, hey,
that's checking
sometime when
in.
I get off,
Okay,
I'm gonna
that's
stop
checking in,
by the
right?
gym or XYZ, or
That's checking
I
in.
have to work long
That's
hours
checking
now.
in.
You know,
That's checking in.
Checking in is
is
checking in
that
every
a check
day.
in?
That's
Checking in is telling
so.
me what you're doing on a daily basis. You're not telling me that's no.
Okay, so hold
What
on,
I'm
hold on,
saying,
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. If I'm gonna change, if I'm gonna switch up today and do something different today than I typically do, would you expect a phone call?
If
Anybody?
you want to do something different today, what you gonna stop by the store?
All I said was,
What
if
you gonna
I'm
do?
going to do something different, do you expect a communication to let you know that I'm doing something different?
Yeah, if you used to get home at
Okay,
5:30,
hold
you
on.
ain't gonna get there until 9. I need to know. I ain't
Okay,
gonna be home until 9 tonight.
is that checking in?
it is.
Yeah,
It
You
is.
just said you don't got to check in.
But
well,
No, no,
you
no,
she
not
said
too
said
loud,
every
not too
day.
loud. Huh?
She said every day.
you ain't got to check in. If you're doing
Which one
something
is it?
different today, no, listen, if you're doing something different today or tomorrow, whatever, if it's going, like, you don't have to tell me what you're doing. But my thing is, if you're going to be consistent and not be home at 5:30 and you're going to come home at 9 or whatever, you understand what I'm saying? I'm saying at the beginning of that, then we can have a conversation and you can tell me, hey, I decided I want to go to, because that's how relationships work. Basically, you're telling me that you want to start going to the gym. Whether you go or you don't go, if you don't go for the next 3 days, but you go on the fifth day, you understand what I'm saying? You don't need to
No, I
tell
don't.
me,
I don't
right?
understand. That's why I'm trying to get some clarity.
You don't need to tell me that you're going to the gym on the fifth day or the sixth day just because you didn't go these 3 days. We already had the conversation. So, no, you don't have to check in and tell me anything. We've already had the conversation.
I don't
That's
like that. That's crazy.
communication is key, and that's how relationships break down when there's no communication. Like that, has to be an expectation that's set. Like, hey, I'm gonna be doing some things differently. Not saying you got to say it every day, but there has to be some knowledge.
Okay, so let me ask you this. I'm going to make a statement. To me, it's problematic that if somebody does something different than they normally do, that it automatically equates to them doing something that they're not supposed to do. That's just problematic. Why would it go to that direction? Why could it not just be, oh, you know what? Usually, hey, they're home at this time. Let me see. Let me just check on them, make sure they're okay. Hey, what's up? You good? Why would it just automatically go to, oh, you're doing something different. You haven't communicated to me, so you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing. That's
Well, it's gonna
crazy
first
that
be
it
the
would just,
first response. Hey, I ain't heard from you. You good? Everything okay? It's gonna be that, and depending on how you respond or not respond, that would determine where it's gonna go from there.
what would your thought be? What would you automatically think? I already know what you automatically think.
First, I
I'm
would
not
be
even gonna-
concerned because if it's something that's out of the norm or habit, I would be concerned first. That would be my reason for calling, not thinking that you're somewhere doing something, thinking like, hey, is everything okay? I was worried about you
okay.
because
Okay. You say, is everything okay? And then the reply comes back, yeah, I'm good. Is that is are you satisfied with that?
That's good. Now, no, I'm good.
Nah,
no,
see, okay, so y'all are
no,
both giving two
I'm gonna be
different.
satisfied.
Y'all are
I'm not
giving
gonna be
both.
worried no more. Okay, cool. What time you gonna be home?
Hey, you don't think that's a form of control?
No,
Okay, okay, all right, all right.
I ain't say you need
No,
to
no,
be home
no.
by
I
this
got
time.
you.
I said, what time are you going to be home?
Right, right, right. I got you. I got you. When I'm
Yeah,
done, I'll be
right.
home as soon as I'm done.
Okay, so you're being very vague here. Done with what?
You asked the question.
I
It's
know
you
that,
didn't hold
but
on.
I'm
You
just
didn't
saying.
ask
I know that. I'm gonna say done with what? I'm saying that's a
done
vague
with what
answer.
I'm done with what I'm doing. When I'm as
What are
soon as
you
I'm done
doing?
with what I'm doing, I'll be there.
And to me that's like a smart answer. So that's not gonna go over well with
Why would it be a smart answer if it's the answer to the
you know what
question
I'm
that you
doing. It's
asked?
like it's not answering the question.
It is. You didn't
No, it's
ask for a
not.
location. Okay, what wasn't answered? What you tell me in that
Specifically
reply?
what you were
Hold
doing.
on. Did you ask
I did.
specifically what they were doing?
I did.
When? When?
When you said when I'm done doing what I'm doing, what
At
are you
what
doing?
point did you ask? Okay, okay. But prior to you asking that, why is that response not good enough?
Only because of the way you responded. That's why it's not good enough.
What's wrong with the response?
If you're not doing it, then what's wrong with saying, because you're not hiding anything, right? What's wrong with just saying, I had to run a few errands or whatever, or I stopped by my homeboy
I have
house
a
or whatever.
question. I have a question. So where's the trust? Is there any trust?
There's there's
Wait, wait,
no
wait. Let her answer.
Absolutely. Absolutely there's trust.
Where? Because he told you, you said, I'm calling to find out if you okay. He said, I'm good. And then that for me, right? For Locke, that's cool. You good,
and for lucky.
right?
That's cool.
That's cool. That's a good answer for me. But now you're saying, where are you? What was the other question?
Well, first it was what time are you gonna be home?
Right. What time are you going to be home? So if they say 9:30 and they get there at 10,
Whatever. I
are you going to
mean,
be
10
pissed?
is 10 is
11,
fine. 10,
11,
oh, that
12.
should have called me back.
so
Or
so
then, I'll probably sleep though, to be honest.
so no so is there trust, Lakita? Is there still trust? If
I
you're
mean, it's like I'm like this. No matter what somebody says, it's your word is your bond. Like, don't
Mhm.
say that you're gonna do something and you're not gonna do it. It has nothing to do with trusting or not. Don't say, hey, it's gonna be this, and Okay, so
Time be running though, and if you're busy, time runs, and so you're not paying attention to the time. You're paying attention to what you're doing.
okay,
You
I'm
kind
gonna
of get
be okay.
so that's what I'm trying
Well,
to
I'll just be
understand.
busy too. I'll
Right,
just be busy too.
right. So you got, yeah, he's busy, you're busy, and so that's why I said for me, the one answer I'm good is plenty for me, because I do not want, I'm gonna be home at 10:30, and then you get home at 12, and then there goes an argument, because I'm like, yo, whenever you get done, right? You good. That's all I need to know. You good.
Hey, but like, listen, you heard what she said. Oh, okay, well then I'll be busy too.
Right.
Come on, no man. See, nah. Like,
Right.
come on, that's just like that's childish.
That's a
I
lot.
mean,
It's a lot, and it causes arguments. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
if the intent is to be like that just seems like malicious
Okay, I could be a
intent,
little
right?
petty
You know what I'm
sometime.
saying?
You know, it's like if I call you and
Okay.
you don't call me back, you'd be like, oh, so okay, I done try to check in with you like this morning. I ain't hear back from you, cat, dog, nothing. And then I done checked in with you this afternoon. Still can't reach you. Okay, cool. Send you right to voicemail when you call. It's gonna be set right there. And let's
So you
see.
petty. So
You
that's
can't
what
reach me.
you
Okay,
petty.
okay. Let me ask you a question. Do you think that?
Might be a little petty, you know.
Oh, okay.
Just like I ain't gotta worry about it, you know. It's just like, okay, cool.
Yeah, that's not healthy. That's not
And then
like
right, and then you find out something did happen 3 days later. He done been in the hospital, and you got
Why
all
would
that
he
guilt
be in
on
the
you.
hospital for 3 days? Now we ain't going no 3 days.
But
You come home every day.
I'm saying you couldn't catch him that day. Something happened. You know what I'm
Mm-mm.
saying? You can't. He look. He's stuck in the hospital.
No, he come
Whatever.
home every day. If he don't come home on the same day he left, then unless you out of town somewhere, you know, no, then I'll be checking the hospitals. You know,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
once I wake up.
That definitely that definitely.
I probably wouldn't. Honestly, I wouldn't even be able to go to sleep. You know.
Because you got to get your petty on, right?
No,
You
yeah,
say,
no,
I can't
it
sleep.
has
I ain't
nothing
get
to
my
do with
petty
that.
on.
It's just like when you're used to a certain thing and so it's like a comfort thing and you feel safe, and then it's just me. I would tend like if somebody does something out of the ordinary, and let's say I can't reach him, and it's
Right.
out of the ordinary
Out
because
of
it's
the
not
ordinary.
something he
I get it.
normally does, and it's getting later and later. I would only assume the worst. Like I wouldn't say, oh, he's cheating somewhere. I would think that something happened to him.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So I wouldn't be able to sleep.
So you would think something happened to him, and then when he walks in the door and he's fine, then you would go to the cheating. Like, oh, you was doing something.
Yeah. Like
Okay,
you
you
saw me trying
alive.
to check on you, and I'm sitting here, you know.
Oh,
You know, probably
man.
eventually, like on the voicemail, like, what's going on? Like, and then you not even paying attention. Like I'm in emotional distress here, and you don't even care.
Yeah,
And
I
he
got
just walked through the door, like,
I got
you know.
you.
But honestly, I remember like I used to be like in the day, I'll tell my husband, okay, I'm about to go to the store, and you know how women get. They can go in the store, and it might be a quick trip, but then it turned into maybe like an hour, 2 hours, because maybe you see like one of your friends and you start talking to them, or you really looking and shopping all that time, and then and say, okay, I said I was gonna be back in an hour, but I'm gone 3. And not one time did you get concerned or worry about was I okay. So I used to think about that. I just
So
be
you
like,
think
I
that
could be in a ditch somewhere. You don't even know. Only because after like maybe like going on that second hour, I might call and say, hey, you know, such and such, just check in, and then I can't reach you. Even though I know you at the house, but I can't reach you, and be like, well, man, I'm glad I ain't really need you.
But time be flying. Nobody be really pays attention to the
Yeah.
time like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's the thing. That's why I said once the response was I'm good, I'm not gonna ask you what time you coming in. You know what I'm saying? Because
and
the
yeah,
time just be flying. You know what I'm saying? You just doing what you're doing.
But honestly, depending on how that tone comes across with "I'm good," I
Uh-huh.
mean, the conversation might be over. Then I might just hang up the phone. To be honest, just being honest, just being honest.
Yo, you need some work done.
No, I just decide. Sometimes you just decide to just go to your own peace and be like, no,
How is that not peaceful? You need work done.
no.
And
Look,
listen, listen. Let me say this. Let me say this right, real quick. Like when you say you run into the store, you know what I mean, and then you end up being gone. You know what I'm saying for a couple hours or whatever it is.
Hmm.
That's peace for a man. When you're gone, like yo, stay gone. Like it's okay. Take as long as you need. Go to this store, go to that store, go all over the place. It's fine. It's not a problem. Nobody's gonna call looking for you. So don't take that, don't take that no type of way. You know, some men just, yeah. All right.
All right, cool, cool.
Nah, I don't want you to feel no type of way if no, ain't
if ain't
nobody
nobody
coming looking
checking
for
on you.
you and checking for you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want you, it's peace. You know what I mean? So that's all
Now
it is.
I feel very peaceful now
You feel peaceful now?
because I can take care of myself if I need to.
That's what's up. Pugs, what up? What up, Puggy man? What's going on, man? Yeah, I got you. I got you. But yeah, so I don't want you to feel no type of way. But yeah, I just wanted to have that conversation. You know, I don't know, privacy, secrecy. I don't know. I just don't think that, and I guess it's just my personal feelings. But some people just like keeping some of their business to themselves. You know what I mean? Some people like being an individual, and sometimes being an individual just means, you know what I'm saying? It's not even about hiding anything. It's just like some stuff is just none of your business.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
right.
yo, this don't have nothing to do with you. Let me just have my own, whatever it is.
And don't take the shit so personal.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? I think that's, you know what I'm saying? Again, I think it goes to, like we were talking about earlier, or just a minute ago, just trust. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be able to trust the person that, that you're dealing with. And so let them have a life. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But yeah, that's all I got, y'all. That's all I got. Anybody else got anything y'all want to add
Nah. You
when it
already
comes
said
to?
she need help, and what you say about me? What do you say about me?
I don't know. Did I say anything about you? I said you was
Yeah.
lazy.
Oh,
You're
I'm
lazy.
lazy. I'm lazy, and you
Yeah,
need
you're
help.
lazy.
Yeah.
Just like a man.
We both crazy in some sense of the word.
Nah, but listen, men do have. I do believe men do have intuition. You know what I'm saying? I think it's, you know what I'm saying. And to be honest with you, I think the I don't know. This is just the story that I tell myself, right? I think the more, what's the word I'm looking for? Spiritual. You know what I'm saying? The more
Uh-huh.
connected you are
The
to,
more
like,
grounded, the more
yeah,
grounded.
yeah, ground, yeah. I just think those things are multiplied. You understand what I'm saying? That's just, that's
Hmm.
what I believe. So I don't know. I just wanted to throw that out there.
There's more there's words or there's nouns that are female and there's nouns that are male, and intuition I don't think is one of them. I think it's just unisex. The word is just unisex. And so yeah, I mean they have some sort of intuition, so
You, I don't want to get off topic.
yeah.
One of the things I think intuition is tied to, though,
What,
um, hair.
you think so?
I honestly do, and I'm gonna say why. Just like initially she said, women's intuition. Typically, women have long hair, and so I just do believe that, like that. You know what I'm saying? I just believe like signals, energy, and all of that. That's why typically it's like women's, or women are just jealous and they just make stuff up, and then sometimes it be true. You know what I mean? It's either one of the two. I don't know.
I don't know. I believe uh, the more grounded that you are. I mean, you can feel things. It's like, people be like, I'm getting a bad vibe. It's the same. It's almost the same. You could almost feel the tension. You kind of get what I'm saying? So it's the same thing,
Yeah,
I
you know when somebody energy off.
right.
Because you don't have that same connection. It's just like, something's not right.
Right.
It may not necessarily be cheating, but something's not right.
Maybe the connection ain't bad on their end; it's bad on your end.
It could be. It could be.
Yeah, I don't think it's always the other person.
It ain't always the other person.
I don't think it is. I definitely don't think it's
No,
always the other person.
but then when you use the thing, it's not you, it's me. It's so cliche. It is cliche, but I
Yeah.
mean, you just gotta. I mean, you gotta eat it up. And sometimes some people just don't accept that when you tell them it's not you. It's really not you. It is me.
It's a cop out response.
It is. It is.
What's a cop out response?
It's not you, it's me.
But
Like, why do you even gotta say that?
But that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, I believe that if you tell somebody that and you're sincere in what you're saying, I don't think it's a cop out.
At all.
I'm telling you it's not you. I'm
That
telling
is
you
not
that
a
it's
cop out. Like, why? Okay.
Not just say, instead of just making a statement, it's not you, it's me. No, I'm not happy. I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. Why you gotta say it's not you, it's me?
because you didn't have that conversation. You didn't have a conversation already, and they're still wanting to find out reasons why. And you're telling them, I'm telling you that it's not you, it's me. So
some people don't accept that though. Like if
That's
you
what I'm
tell them
saying.
like you're straight up, like, nah, look, this is the issue, whatever. Sometimes people want to be like, well, what can I do?
But
know what I'm saying?
sometimes you need to tell them it's them.
What
But
do you mean?
sometimes it's them.
Sometimes it's who? The other person?
Whatever. Yeah.
How can it ever be the other person?
I'm just saying as to why you don't want to be in a relationship anymore.
Okay, how could it ever? How
Because
could it
it's
ever
almost
be?
like you're trying to take the blame as to why it was something. I mean, maybe they're not living up to your expectations or
So then
whatever.
it would still be it would still be the person. You're not living up to my expectations, but you don't have to live up to my expectations. So it's not you. It's me. It's
No,
my
but what I'm saying
expectation.
is like the
You understand
expectations
what
of
I'm saying?
the relationship.
But still, it's my expectation.
Yeah, it's your
Nobody,
expectation.
okay, so I'm never responsible to live up to somebody else's expectation. You understand what I'm saying? So if somebody wants to get out of a relationship with me because I'm not meeting their expectation, it's not me. It's them. You get what I'm saying? If I'm not meeting their expectation, it's their expectation. You get what you don't know?
I get what you're saying, but I mean, it's still the other person you're not happy with.
So that's the other person's fault.
It is you.
I'm not saying it's their
It is
fault,
you
but
that
I
not
mean,
happy
you have
with it.
to like be direct and honest what it is. Like, what is it?
They were honest.
They
It's
won't keep saying, "What can I do?" Like, you can't do nothing.
right. So if there's nothing they can do, what more do you want them to say?
I don't want them to say nothing.
You just said they got to say more.
No, I'm just saying, meaning the person who's cutting ties or whatever. No, it is what it is. We, this, that, and the other. It could be, I told you this is what I was looking for. You said that's what you wanted. That's not, I can clearly see that's not the person you are. So we ain't gonna work no more. Just go on about your business.
I got you. So you saying you want What is that?
I'll
When you
just be
want closure.
honest. You
No,
know,
no, no.
like
I get
I
you.
wouldn't
You
try
say
to
you
let
want
them down easy. I think that's like letting them down easy. It's not you, it's me. Like I gotta go fix myself. And then, you know, it's kind of like leaving a door open.
It's
Like
not.
there's gonna be some
It's
hope
not,
down
because
there.
I'm telling you, it's me. It's me that don't want to deal with your shit. It's me.
right. And it's not even that the person gotta fix anything. It's not like, oh, I gotta go fix my. Nah, yo, you just.
Well, the
ain't
way you just
one.
said it, locked and loaded, that's the way I would say it. Then.
I just don't. You know what I'm saying? But it's not always what they did or didn't do that causes you not to want to be. You just sometimes you just don't want to do it. You just don't.
And sometimes people just don't accept that. And so they're still trying to like, well, what can I do? I'll do
Right.
this different. I'll do that
Right.
different. And
Right.
then you get to the point like, yo, what part don't you understand? It's not you. You can change 1,000 different things. It's still not going to make a difference. It's
right.
not you. It's me. Stop telling me what it is because you're going to change and how you're going to this and that. And you're sorry about it, whatever. It's not you. It's me. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just like sometimes you get to the point where, listen, I've already told you what it, like, you got to stop. It's not you. It's me. You know what I mean? So, nah, I don't think that's a cop out, but I don't know. I don't know. It is what it is. All right, y'all. We've been on here for a minute, and so it's time to wrap up because I gotta go to sleep. I gotta get to the gym in the morning.
Yeah, and I do want to be married, you know, a little bit longer at least.
What does that mean? Oh, you about to get? Oh, okay. Oh, see, it's not him. It's you. All right, that's what's up. See, listen. That's your fault because you said you only had 10 minutes left, and that was like an hour ago.
Over an hour.
That was over an hour ago.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's not him. It's you. All right, y'all. I'm out.
All right.
Good night.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Bye.